Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you some DIYs, some look for less creations. I will show you an inspiration piece that I found online, and I will show you how I made my creation for a whole lot less. Before we get started, I quickly want to mention that this video is part of a collab, High-End for Cheap, hosted by Dyanne and Janny at Deco Easy and Kiki at Kiki's DIY. We also have a few other YouTube creators with us in this collab, and that is Crafty Leanie, Antoinette Decorating, and My Style, My Colors. I will have links to their channels down in my description, along with a link to the playlist of this collab, so you can get loads of inspiration. So let's get started. For my first DIY, I have found these framed shelves. They are at a price of £38.50, which is about $52 US. And for this project then I need this square shaped wood strip, and also just a scrap piece of wood, but I made sure that it's the same thickness as the wood strip that I have. So I will cut them two pieces around 50 centimeters and two shorter ones. And in order to get them exactly the same, I clamped them together, and here is my husband doing the cutting today. I will list all measurements in my description box. And this scrap piece of wood, I needed to sand it off properly on all sides. And what I'm going to do with that piece is to stain it. I didn't have any black stain, so I took some black acrylic and diluted it with some water. So I'm putting it on and then wiping it off directly, one side at a time. For the wood strips, I'm taking this natural oak stain, putting that on and wiping off the excess directly. Oak is the wood I use in my home, so that's what I'm going for here. And I'm making two shelf units. I will put them on either side of my huge mirror in my living area. And here you can see the difference. Next thing is to put them together like so. When I'm not filming, I am holding the pieces. So a smaller drill bit to start with, and then a bigger one, not all the way through, just to sink in that screw head, because we will cover that hole with a wooden dowel to get a really nice and high-end finish. I will show you in a second. So screwing them together like you see my hubby do. And here you can see that they are sunk in a bit. Time to attach the shelf, and I'm using the other shelf piece from the other shelf unit as a distance to have the same height for them. And here you see us putting the wooden dowels in the holes, in the screw holes. Just put them in and cut off the excess. And I will attach them with some wood glue and set them to dry for a bit, and then sand them off to get a nice, smooth and even surface. On the back of my shelves I will put a sawtooth hanger to be able to hang them on the wall. As you can see, these hangers are standing out a little bit. So what I will do is to put some furniture pads, one on each side and one on the bottom of my shelf unit, in order for it to sit straight. Last thing I will do is to touch them up a bit more with this natural oak stain, because I have sanded them a bit where the wooden dials are. If you're new to my channel, hi! I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative really. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's be friends. And here they are on each side of my living room mirror, looking great. I think I'm really proud of myself and my hubby, of course, who assisted me. And I have styled them very simple, just with a dried branch. And here you can see the wooden dowels where they are put in the screw holes. What do you think? And here is a comparison, $52 US versus mine, or the two of them, for $7. My second DIY, I found this beautiful piece on Pinterest, just an old wood board with tea lights on it. I didn't find a price, but this one, for example, is 25 euros, like 29 US dollars, so thereabout or a little bit more. I found this wood board, ancient oak. That's good. I love the oak. I have that everywhere in my home, as I said before. And this one is so old, with rusty nails in it. So I just removed the nails. Here we're just taking off the end pieces because they were not in a good shape. But it was a good size anyways. And here my hubby is helping me with this too. That is a quicker way to just shave off any unevenness on the wood board on all sides. And then I'm going in with the electric sander and smoothen everything out. Doesn't it look good already? I am so pleased when I find a dirty old wood board like that and am able to make it into beautiful creation. I had these wooden play cubes in my stash that I will use for feet on my centerpiece. I just need to take the paper off, and I do that by sanding it off. And once I'm done, I'm taking a black satin color and paint all sides but one, not the one that will be against the wood. Don't need to paint that one. So I put on 2 coats, got a really good coverage. To attach them on my wood board, I need to drill holes right through with a smaller drill bit. And as I did with the shelf units in project 1, also drill with a bigger drill bit, just a tiny bit, to sink in the screw heads. Once attached to the wood board, I will put on some black pads for it not to scratch the surface it will sit on, but also to cover the holes. Here I am measuring on the wood board where I want to attach my feet. So first right in the center, and just a couple of centimeters from the edges, not on the edges because I don't want them to show that much. So I'm putting it in place and just drilling a little bit through the wood board and then screw them in place like that. And the same for the rest of them. I bought these holders for tea lights on Amazon. I will have a link in the description if you would like the same. And I bought 24 of them for just over 22 euros. That is in US dollars approximately $1 a piece. Now I am drilling holes, like pilot holes if you will, where I want to place my candle holders. Evenly spaced, I'm just eyeballing, but as even as possible. I put every other on each side and I used a total of 8 candle holders for this piece. Now for the big guns. My husband will help me here. We picked a drill bit big enough to fit the candle holder, but we tried it on a scrap piece of wood before we worked on the actual centerpiece, and it works perfectly, right size. And here my hubby is drilling away. You can't go all the way through from one side, so we put it as far as we could on this side, all the holes. And once done on one side, we just turn it around. I had my pilot holes there, so it was easy to know exactly where to drill. And it's very, very tough wood, this. You can see the smoke coming out there. But eventually we got through. And you can see a nice hole there. And this is how it looks now with all the 8 holes. And what I'm going to do now is to put on some natural oil to make it look good and protect it as well, of course. There are several ways you can decorate with this piece. I will have it as a centerpiece on my dining table, and I will show you 2 ways right after I finished oiling this piece. And now I'm putting the tea lights in place. It looks so good. And here it is on my dining table, looking very simple, very rustic, and I love that, especially now after Christmas. I like to declutter, and here it is with the lights on, looking fabulous, I think. So if you like this video and videos like this, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, of course, for more inspirational videos. My aim is to post my videos once or even twice a week. And here is how I have decorated my centerpiece for the moment. I have some light still on, but there at the end I have put a glass test tube in one of the holes, and just with a simple floral piece. It was a bit wobbly, so I just put a piece of a toilet paper roll and wrapped it in nautical rope to keep it stable there underneath, and it looks perfect, I think. So tell me, what do you think? Did you have a favorite of my creations today? Let me know in the comments. And the comparison, $29 or even more versus mine for $8. So now it's time to go to my description and hit that collab playlist link. Just click and enjoy. There's so much inspiration over there. You can always get more inspiration from my DIY playlist appearing on the screen right here as well. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.